Hello fume heads, it's your bag and frag hag Trina, and today I'm going to review 5 fragrances in the Banana Republic Icon collection, launched in 2017. Now here in the major cities of Japan, we do indeed have a few Banana Republic fashion chains, but they're not as prominent as Zara, H&M, or Tip Top, and I don't generally frequent these kinds of stores because I don't live in a large city where they're usually found. They don't carry Japanese, they only carry Japanese sizes rather, so not good for me. And also because Japan is really not a fragrance culture. Not really, not compared to other places of the world. So you'll unlikely find much in the way of fragrance. Wait, I take some of what I just said back. We do have both a Zara and an H&M, oh my gosh, in the new mall on the other side of town. And yes, Zara does have a few perfumes there, so I'm wrong. But anyway, I stand to my original statement that Japan is not really a perfume culture. Not for spraying on the body anyway. So I have the complete selection of 5 original 10 ml, what do they call them? Flacons, these little guys, from the collection. And this is from the original Icon collection launched in 2007. They also come in very simple glass jars of 75 milliliters with a simple metal cap, and they're packaged in little black coffret style boxes. And yeah, so like I said, there originally were 5, but then in subsequent years they came out with more fragrances, but I'll just talk about the 5 today. And seeing as I don't know what order to discuss them, I think I'll just bring them up in numerical order because these 5 fragrances all start with numbers. So first is Black Platinum. Okay, and by the way, this is more like, it's not a first impressions. I actually have smelled this before. They give you, it's not like a sample collection here. I got a generous amount of perfume. 10 milliliters is a good amount to enjoy for a little while. That's why I guess those perfume subscription companies have them. Also, they're more affordable that way too, right? To try things. Okay. So this one was created by Gino Percontino, and it's classified as a Chypre floral fragrance. It's unisex, and I think in fact all of these scents are definitely unisex. Not that fragrances are ever anything other than that. You wear what you want to wear, my friends. Marketing is all smoke and lights. That said, florals are not my favorite category, so unsurprisingly, this is not my favorite of the bunch, but here are the notes. This is definitely a fresh citrus floral with jasmine, but it's not indolic jasmine, so the effect of this is very clean, and this is a fragrance that will work well in hotter months. It does have some depth to it, thankfully, because there's those 3 solid base notes of leather, amber, and patchouli, which is what you're left with softly once the fragrance dries down. It's nice. I can't say I 100% agree with the name of the fragrance. Okay, maybe the platinum I get, because if I had put on a, if I had to put a temperature on this scent, it would definitely be cold. And it's more cool toned than warm toned on the color spectrum. This is all imagery, of course, I know, but it matches. But black, now black to me is cold, but it's also really dark and, you know, evil. And like I might have hinted at, there's nothing remotely evil in this fragrance. It's a very happy scent. Okay, I'm gonna turn that strip over, and then we'll go over to scent number 2, which is number 17, Oud Mosaic. Let's spray this baby. Okay. So this is classified as an oriental woody fragrance, and the perfumer is Claude Dir, or D-I-R. It's very much an oud scent in the spirit of all those oud rose type fragrances that have hit Western markets in full force for the last decade or so. This one takes advantage of the popular rose oud combination, and I think that if you love scents like Oud Isfahan. Let me get that actually. Okay, so I've got my giant bottle of Oud Isfahan here. I love this stuff. Let's compare. It's Oud Isfahan. Yeah, there's definitely some similarities there. Now, of course, this one is not going to last half as much as this one, I think. Yeah, I mean, this is, it's hard to beat. This is a powerhouse. That's one of the reasons I invested in it. So if you like those oudi Western fragrances from the likes of Kilian, Tom Ford, and like this one, you might like it. It's got all the fruity notes that are loved in North America and Western Europe, and a fresh floral vibe that sells well in Asia, and it's offset by this smoky warmth from the Middle East. So here are the notes of this little guy. Yeah, so it's not very edgy if you're a real oud lover. If you're one of those, this might be a little lame for your tastes. It's not dirty or skanky enough if you're, you know, a real oud person. But it still has that oudi feel that will work for people who are not oud fans but want something a little more exotic. And I like the plumminess of this scent. It makes a difference. It makes it different from the regular oud rose combinations you have a lot in the industry, especially in the Middle East. It does remind me a little of this scent. A great deal of it. It's comparable. So this is really expensive. This is not. So if budget is important to you, check it out. You might like it. Okay, next on the agenda is 78 Vintage Green, and this is the third fragrance. So let me spray a little bit of this. Woo! Keep spraying it on my hands. I got to figure out a better way to do that. Oh, this is really nice. So this is a floral, woody musk category of scent. The nose is also Gino Percontino, and it's named after the year Banana Republic was founded, which is 1978. It's supposed to convey a sense of originality and the cultural landscape of that year, which was one filled with freedom of expression and freedom of self. I was too young to really appreciate that at the time, back in the 70s. It's a woodsy, leafy scent with a prominent, juicy fig at the top, and I do love me a good fig. Yeah, it's lovely. This fades into a vetiver later on, rather like Mugler's cologne. And here are the notes. This one just might be my favorite, and I'm not even a huge green fan, but it must be the fig. It's definitely green. I think it's beautiful, and all phases of the development are great. It lasts longer than the others in the line, but I get 5 hours out of this. I've only worn this once, this particular one, I have to admit. The others, there's a couple of others I've worn more than that. I can get 5 hours with this fragrance, but not a long time. It's soft to moderate projection. I think I would bring this around more if I were wearing it in the day. So I'm glad it comes in these little tiny decant sort of things. It's pretty, but it's unisex. It reminds me a lot of Hermès Garden Collection scents, particularly what's probably my favorite in that line, which is Un Jardin sur un île. Or was it Un Jardin sur le toit? No, I think it's the one with mango. That's the former. And there's no mango here. So obviously this is a spring, summer, daytime scent, and for the price, yes, I recommend this. So next we have 83 Leather Reserve, obviously a leather fragrance, and the nose behind it is Vincent Kuzinski, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This was supposed to invoke the year 1983, which was a really good year for me personally, if my feeble mind recalls correctly. The early 80s was generally an optimistic, bold period, and the perfume does carry those sentiments, along with a splash of nostalgia to boot. So here are the notes. So the main thing I get out of this, once the fresh green calms down, I'm still getting the fresh green right now, but the main thing once that does calm down is like a smooth, suede-like leather note with lovely cedar and vetiver in the background. And I think this one does lean just a little masculine, perhaps due to the vetiver. Again, not that that matters. I could definitely wear this though, no problem. And I do tend to like masculine scents. The performance is half decent in this one, and I think that's due to the bottom notes. They're pretty asphyxiating. Good one, good one. Finally, we have 90 Pure White from Patricia Chou, which is a pure, natural, and slightly sensual scent with its notes of musk and lavender. Very classic, and the notes are... This has a clean and bright citrus tea opening that moves into a pile of soapy, fresh laundry thrown onto a bed that's just been made. The windows are open, the morning sun is shining through with a gentle breeze, and the birds are singing. It's a refreshing, pleasing, inoffensive spring summertime scent that works great in the day, but you'll need to respray it a lot. It probably has the weakest performance of the bunch, not surprising based on the notes. If you like Bergamote 22 from Le Labo, I think you're gonna like this. And it's a good choice for those of you who don't want their fragrances to define their personality. It's really a background kind of fragrance, and that's generally not my thing unless I want a break from fragrances and just want to smell pleasant. So my personal rating is from top to bottom, my favorite is probably 78 Vintage Green first, 17 Oud Mosaic, and 6 Black Platinum tied at second. Then 83 Leather Reserve is fourth. I might rate it higher if it leaned less masculine. I don't know, I kind of like it as it is though. And 90 Pure White last. But to be honestly guys, these are all good. I'm quite impressed. So yeah, my impression of this collection is positive. And the extremely good retail prices do affect my review. In terms of performance, no, I don't feel you're getting amazing longevity or sillage on any of these, although some do perform better than others. But quality-wise, yeah, I think they're all fairly unique, niche level in fact. They're well blended with clearly defined top, middle, and bottom notes that are appropriate for each level, and this means that the fragrances do develop nicely in a classic sequence over time. I'm surprised that they come from a clothing brand like Banana Republic. Now, I don't know a great deal about Banana Republic. This is actually my first purchase of anything from the brand. I do know that their prices tend to be higher than the likes of other ubiquitous fashion houses like, you know, Zara and all those guys. But their image appears to be a little more upscale and natural. And at the end of the day though, I don't know, I've always seen them as a mainstream fashion brand that you can find in any typical shopping mall, especially in Western countries, without the upscale fringes like Cartier or Louis Vuitton or Prada, which you find in Dubai. So more of an American style mall, I guess. In any case, these fragrances do not smell like your average mall quality frags, and that makes these fragrances scent gourmand or Frag Hag approved, especially for the budget conscious. I think the 75 milliliter bottles sell for as little as $40 US, which is great. Okay, my lovelies, do like this video if you did, and please subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Tell me what you think. Have you tried these scents? What do you think? Comment below. I have some bag related videos lined up, but I do have to keep you waiting, I'm afraid. So hang in there, maybe some more scents coming soon. Okay, talk to you later. Fragen Bag Hag signing out. Mwah.